Hello, and welcome to Professor Kev Show. I got my buddy Harsha with us from Bubble Date. Good afternoon, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm really excited to have you. So let's just start at the beginning. Just give us a quick overview of what Bubble Date is and why you started it.
Bubble Date was co-founded by me, my friend Sugi, and Michael. Sugi actually came from Korea to the US for high school and college. And in Korea, they have this common thing called a Awkwardness, where you have groups of guys and groups of girls will go up and meet, and that's kind of how they do dates over there. It's really big in Korean culture. When she came to the US and tried dating apps like Tinder and Hinge, she had a terrible time. There was a lot of safety concerns. Guys would ghost her, and it was just overall a terrible experience. She quit dating apps and was like, "I'm not gonna get married in the US. I'll probably have to go back to Korea to find someone." But then she actually went on a God thing in the US, and she actually got married even before graduating college. And she's with a husband, and that's kind of where we got this inspiration, because after that she came up to like me and Michael and was like, why isn't there an app that does this in the US? Because it obviously works. It's big in Korea. I mean, I found my husband from this, and it's way better for everyone. It's a lot more safe, a lot more fun. And we were like, why don't we make one? And that's kind of just what started.
So it seems like a really good idea, honestly, because you're simply putting people together who have common interests without the pressure of it being a date, because it's just people getting together. Hopefully, someone there will match with you, but you don't have that awkwardness of getting there and knowing right away, hey, there's not a match. And now you're like, what do I do? I don't want to just be like, sorry, Asha, we're not a match. I'm just going to leave now. Seems more laid back and user friendly.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the feedback we really do get from users, is that they really enjoy it, and even if they don't end up finding like the match, they just enjoy going out and meeting other people, because there's really not that many things out there for people where you can go out and spontaneously meet random people without maybe committing like significant amounts of money by like joining a gym or something like that.
I also like it from the friendship model too, where, hey, I'm going out. In my example is three guys, three girls. Maybe I don't click, but I made a friend out of it. Like, oh, I'm a guy, I really like this guy. We start hanging out together. So there's also like a friendship aspect, at least in my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. And also I think another thing that I really personally value is the internal friendship too with the group you're going with, because a lot of dating apps like Tinder and Hinge, people who use those apps tend to do it parasocially. So you're kind of swiping by yourself in your room. You're not really telling anyone about it, and you're just staring at a screen, and it's very antisocial. But like this kind of brings your friends into your dating life as well, and allows for you to form not just strong relationships with the people you meet, but also the people you go to the meeting with, which is also something that we
Kind
really
of neat.
enjoy.
So crystal ball time, my friend. What's the future hold for the company?
Yeah, so I think this is really what's something that really surprised us if you asked us 6 months ago to now. We're still really feeling confident about the model, and it's going really well right now in Georgia Tech. And we're planning to release a new version, a web app of us in February. And if it goes well, we want to start expanding to other colleges in the Southeast. But outside of that, we're also looking to start expanding some of our internal technologies and selling that itself to other corporations. Like we're in talks with some businesses to sell some of internal SaaS tools, such as like a matching algorithms and like a flyer management software and that stuff, just to help businesses out, because we realized that tons of infrastructure we built to run our stuff could be used in other avenues,
Sure.
and there was a market for there as well. So we're kind of trying to
Nice.
manage both at the same time,
Yeah, yeah.
of growing the main passion thing about it, but also driving these other revenue sources, which can also kind of help us support us, because I think, as everyone knows, starting a dating app or dating company is not very easy to generate revenue from the get-go. It takes a few years.
Absolutely. So what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more, my friend?
I think some great place to reach out would just be on LinkedIn. Is that just shoot me a DM on LinkedIn, and I'll respond probably within a few hours. Usually pretty active in terms of stuff. Unless you like send me a message at like 4 a.m. or something, I'll probably be sleeping then.
No,
But
no.
yeah, LinkedIn's a great place.
Awesome. Asha, I really had a great time learning more about the business, and I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call on the show. And always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you.